Good morning, obsessed and distressed junk journalers. It's Tuesday again. I can't believe how it comes around so quickly. Today we are going to be working on tag template number 10, and it is a window frame. So I've done a basic drawing here. You've got your tag base, then a rectangular piece of paper cut into 4, and then something in the middle. It doesn't need to be circular, but something with a little bit of shape looks good. These are not my ideas. They are taken from another YouTuber on Facebook. And sometimes I just alter it slightly. So we're going to jump straight into it. So there's the template. I'm just going to move that to one side. I hope it's still in the frame for you. So I've already prepared my base. I did manage to have a little bit of a clear up of my desk before starting this video today. So there's my base. So the first thing you need to do is start off with a rectangle that's smaller than your tag. Okay, so there's a rectangular piece of paper that's smaller than my tag. And then you want to cut that rectangle into 4. Because we want to make something that looks like a photo frame. Okay, so I've cut that into 4. Now I want it to follow the shape of my tag, so I need to allow to shape the top of these two at a similar angle to these two bits at the top. So I'm just going to show you quickly how to do that. What you need to do is you take your top two. We need to cut this corner and this corner, so we're going to put them together, which is why it needs to be a rectangle. Then we're going to take our tag, and depending on how high up you want your first, these bits, sometimes it's just a matter of trial and error. And then I'm going to snip that there, like so. And then when we open them, can you see how they line up? The angles are the same. And then you arrange them on your tag like so, and you glue them down. So before I go into that, I'm going to do a little bit of inking, which I probably should have done. I'm on a bit of a time limit today. Yesterday I had to drive down to Newquay to help a very good friend of mine. Today I'm over at Mum and Dad's trying to get some more of her stuff organised. I'm also hoping to get Mum signed up to Facebook. She doesn't have that, so that she can join in with the foraging, the foraging project that we're doing over on our Facebook group, Obsessed and Distressed Junk Journalers. The links will be in the description for you once I've uploaded this YouTube video. So do feel free to go over and have a look at our Facebook group. If you like what we do and want to join in with some of the fun, then just send us a request. As long as you answer the questions, you'll be accepted into the group, and you can come and see what we're getting up to. Right, so that's a bit better. I quite like that. I'm just going to pop that back on there. Am I in shot? Yes, I am. Right. I'm just going to use my glue stick. Still using the Tesco's one. It's lasting ages. So let's see if I can get this up there. So you just need to make sure you put these back on. If you've got something that that's patterned, Just make sure you put them back on your tag correctly. This would be really good. You could make tags for Christmas with this. Just use some Christmas paper on the back of your tag, front of your tag. So I'm still working on my Harry Potter March Madness journal. So all of these will come in handy for that. Crystal's probably saying, "Oh, Anne-Marie, you've done far too many tags." Right, there. So what I've done is I've actually created, it looks a bit like a window frame. Can you see? Is that okay? Now, you now need something on top of that. I've done a circle, well, like an oval there, just to explain, but it sort of just catches your eye. So it would be, you know, almost like a feature point. So initially, I thought, oh, actually, that might be quite good if I inked up the man in the middle to look a bit browner. But then I thought, taking it one step further, what about doing a little cluster on it? So I just picked out a few things here so that I don't cover up too much of what's going on underneath. Because I think a cluster would work. It'll draw your eye. You could do something like that. That hat's a bit dark, I think. And that doesn't work for me because it's not, there's only 2 bits to it. So I'd need to add something else. So I've got this washi tape and it's Harry Potter themed. So I might just stick a little bit of that underneath. So this is all an experiment. I've not tried this out before. All I got was my rectangle and my base ready. What do we like? Oh, let's go for, let's rip it there. So we've got a broomstick and owl, a pile of books, Snitch, and some of his glasses. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up that part of the window frame. Oh, I quite like that. And then pop that. Do we like that there? Put that there. Let's put a bit of ink on the edges. So this I cut out from a Harry Potter themed paper pad that I got. I'm going to drop now. I'm going to take that a bit higher. And I also cut this word magic out on a scroll from there. I might set that off just to that side there. I don't want it to be dead centered. So there we go. So what do you think about that? Can you see that okay? I quite like that. And then something to pop in the top, which is the bit that I always end up trying to find something. But I did have a bit of a tidy up, as I said. So there we go. There we go. And then there's a nice journaling space on the back. So that's template 10, the window frame. Why don't you give it a go? And if you're not on our Facebook group, go and join in. And then you can put pictures of the tags that you make on the main group page. See you later. Bye.